Mhm. Hola, me llamo Sentinel. No, me llamo El Sentinel. You quiero Taco Bell? Yeah, this is the After Hours live stream. Link is now in the chat. Come on in. That's what she said. Hee hee. I'm not going to be on too long. I don't want to. I can't get out of my circadian rhythm too much. I know I slept in today. Uh, I'm actually just waiting for the laundry to finish up drying. Speaking to no one. I probably could figure out a way to do the Jackbox streaming with Chrome. I think with Chrome, I have to readjust something in the browser itself to allow me to share the screen. Again, that's something I don't know. We'll see. Oh, my fucking. Oh, by the way, I just want to say that Penn State got screwed. That was clearly a offensive pass interference. No, not offensive. That was a clear PI. He was grabbing him by the fucking collar. What are we doing here? Do, 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 do. Okay, let me just see this. Get that going. After hours. All right. Okay. So let me add. Yeah, I had a cool little thumbnail. Uh, yeah, I like that. I don't mind that shit. No, not discard. Just save. Oh, for God's sake, this stupid fucking thing. Ugh. Maybe I have to do it on my side. Well, we got a couple watchers. Where can I? God damn it! It has to be done on YouTube side. No, because I'm settings, general. It's not. Yeah, resolution. Stuck on high definition. Automatically add audio, shift video, hotkey, guess layouts, crop solo hotkey, virtual background. Okay, audio, camera, general. Okay, well, nothing much going on there. And that's it's honestly a bitch signing in and out of these fucking accounts. Let me see. See if I can edit it in real time. All right. No description. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Details. Upload a thumbnail. All right. Can that work, please? No, it's not made for kids. Show more. No, 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 no. Standard. Uh, where the fuck is the fucking thing? No, it's not people on blogs. It's just we'll call it sports. All right. No. Now, okay, save. All right, that should be a little better. All right, all righty. So it's 9, which means it's midnight. We're on the East Coast, and the party is just getting started. God, I hate the ducks. Oh, YouTube is about to change. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking at this message I got in an email, and it informed me that uh, one of the bands I grew up watching, one of the bands I still love, they got out of well, one of their members who was like a big influence on me as a player decided to call it quits. And in my opinion, it was 2 years too late. I had just seen them at Aftershock Festival in Sacramento, and I just wanted to quickly share something that I have. I'll have to just export it as a PDF. Save quest. All right. So now present video files. Your computer up on file. Okay. Now I don't have a fucking clue as to how to zoom in on this, so I'll just do like a full screen. Nah, that's not gonna work. All right. Let me go back to. Maybe I can do something like this. That's or let's just go with that. No, that's not good enough. That's better. Okay. So, the drummer for Iron Maiden, Nico McBrain, has decided to call it quits. Well, he, not call it quits. They did exactly what I wanted them to do. They did exactly what I wanted Iron Maiden to do, and that's get rid of Nico and put a drummer behind there who can actually play songs from their earlier stuff. And I know that's cruel. I totally understand that's cruel. But guess what? Judas Priest did it in 2018 because they realized that Glenn Tipton could no longer play all the demanding songs, but he could still contribute to the songwriting. From what I hear right here, this is exactly what's happening. So I'm shocked that Maiden's management actually did the right thing because you don't put a 72-year-old drummer back out on tour 6 months after he has a mini stroke, let alone the fact that he's 72 playing songs that he recorded when he was 32. So when they sold us on the this half Senjutsu, half somewhere on time thing, I was like, cool with it until I started seeing the performance. And I didn't watch any YouTube, didn't watch any YouTube stuff. I didn't look at the live set, uh, but watching Nico play and just have to cheat and miss fills and barely, and you can tell he's struggling. He struggled with the Trooper, and I have no ill will towards Iron Maiden at all for retiring Nico. What they should have done is done this years ago. Both the songs from Somewhere in Time kind of tour, and at a time when Nico would still be physically capable of playing them to a respectable degree. So the statement from Iron Maiden is it's actually a statement from Nico McBrain, and he says, "After much consideration, it is with both sorrow and joy I announce my decision to take a step back from the grind of extensive touring lifestyle. Today, Saturday, December 7th, Sao Paulo will be my final gig with Iron Maiden. I wish the band success moving forward. I will, however, remain firmly part of the Iron Maiden family, working on a variety of projects. My longtime managers, Rod Smallwood and Andy Taylor, have in mind for me. I'll also be working on a variety of different personal projects and focusing on my existing businesses and ventures, including the British drum company, Nico McBrain's Drum One, Titanium Tart, and of course, Rock and Roll Ribs. Actually, that's a restaurant in Florida, Rock and Roll Ribs. I want to go there and check it out. What can I say? Touring with Maiden the last 42 years has been an incredible journey. To my devoted fan base, you made it all worthwhile, and I love you. To my wife, Rebecca, you made it infinitely easier, and I love you. To my kids, Justin and Nicholas, thank you for understanding the absences, and I love you. To my friends that are always there for me, I love you. To my bandmates, you made it a dream come true, and I love you. I look into the future with much excitement and great hope. I'll be seeing you soon. May God bless you all, and of course, up the irons. Nico McBrain. This is why you want to get out while you're still at your, I wouldn't say peak, but you want to get out when you start noticing stuff like this. Iron Maiden waited way, way, way too long uh, to make this move. Uh, and it sucks because it's like you've listened to the band for over 20 years. You love the band. You love the members. The members are essentially uh, faces in and of themselves with personalities that they're unique for. Nico was like Keith Moon was in the Who, just fun, loving, uh, was always up for a laugh, a lot of energy, and he's just a fantastic drummer. And what made him so impressive to like the metal community was the fact that he would be able to do all of the kind of metal stuff, but he used only a single pedal. And that's a very unique kind of take because a single pedal requires like years and years and years of practice and practice and practice to do a, a triplet. A triplet is three strokes. So do 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 da do da. The da sound is a snare. So if you think of the bass drum as do and the snare as da, so it would be do do da do do da do do da do do da. And Nico could play that way. He could like dribble the drum, the kick beater. He could dribble it on the bass drum batterhead. An amazing drummer. I saw Iron Maiden in 2000, 2003, but the best Iron Maiden concert I've ever seen was 2008, and that was the Somewhere Back in Time tour. And it was awesome because they were enjoying the nostalgia of looking back at that 85, 84, 85 tour. And the young fans who had never gotten to see that tour because we weren't born yet were hyped as well because we knew that was a huge live record, the Live After Death record that they recorded on that tour. So under normal circumstances, I would feel like extraordinarily sad, because this is like a this is a big retirement. Because Iron Maiden is a big fucking band. So it's sad because the last time I saw Iron Maiden was on October 12th at Aftershock, and they did their show, and it was disastrous. It was pathetically disastrous. Like only the most brain dead, infantile, uh, Iron Maiden maniac would have said that was fine, and it's not. And one good thing that'll come out of this is that Iron Maiden will be forced to hire a younger drummer who's more physically capable of playing the older material for this 50th anniversary tour that they're supposedly doing. Now, I said I would never ever watch Iron Maiden again unless they made some significant changes. Well, if it's an anniversary tour and they're not playing it from that goddamn Senjutsu album, because that Iron Maiden concert was so bad at Aftershock, I'm never, ever, ever going to go to a show without checking what they're going to play. And that's a damn sad thing. It really is. That's a damn sad thing. But this had to happen. Glenn Tipton did it, and he's still a primary writing force in Judas Priest. I don't know why they're not including or allowing Nico to, potentially record on one more Iron Maiden album. I mean, ideally, you have Nico uh, coming up with drum ideas and drum parts, and then when the band, then they have the touring drummer who can do all of these other songs. And when Maiden writes maybe the last record, what do they write? Uh, have Nico play on it. I mean, that would be a lot easier, and you might get a lot better of a performance in studio simply because he's just a little more fresh and excited, and it's his opportunity to make Maiden Maniacs remember the fact that he's still a part of the band. But it sounds like he's completely. If I put this back up, at the stage, it sounds like he has completely. Let me get this right. Sounds like he has completely, after much consideration, I announced my decision to take a step back from the grind of from the grind of the extensive touring lifestyle. See, Steve Harris, see Rod Smallwood. Nico is the oldest member of Iron Maiden, and he's the one who does the most physical instrument in the entire band. So I think this should have been done after, because I saw the performance of the Legacy of the Beast tour at Oakland Oracle Arena. I didn't see it, but I rewatched it, and even then there were signs that he was just slowing down, and because Nico's not the type of guy to take a day off. Listen, he's a hard working dude. He uh, will never give you less than 110%. The only issue is that it had to be his choice, and I'm glad he made that choice. I'm glad he made the choice to finally say, okay, it's time, because Maiden is either constantly touring or they're constantly recording. It's a constant going on, and you can't have, like I said, you can't have a 72-year-old, drummer play these songs the way they should be played, to the level and quality they should be performed at live. If you're unable to do it, and Judas Priest again uh, paved the way for this. They accepted the fact that Glenn Tipton's Parkinson's disease would eventually disable him from any kind of playing. However, even if he's if even if it gets to that point, you still have Glenn Tipton brain coming up with notes and chords and riffs and stuff like that, working with Richie and Rob as the core found as a core writing unit. So it sucks because Nico isn't a part of the writing unit. I thought they would allow him to at least, remain uh, perf- remain a member of the band in studio, but I guess that's not the case. So I just wish they had pulled this move in 2020. I really do. I think Senjetsu really showed a lot of the tired, you know, uh, lethargic 10-minute songs with, you know, two chords, four, you know, just meandering through everything. Listen, if you can make a good song in under 4 minutes, shoot for that. If you have to make an epic because you're saying something profound, do it. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is one of those songs by Iron Maiden. Uh, Nothing on Senjetsu matches that, except for length of time. So Iron Maiden really needs some youth in it. It's way too old. Uh, and the fact of the matter is, Judas Priest drummer Scott Travis has taken better care of his body, uh, and he is just as in shape today as he was in 1990. And I can tell you for a fact he can still play Painkiller as fast as the day he recorded it, and he's 62. So there's only a 10-year decade difference between him and Nico. So drummers usually start losing their shit if they're not conditioned right after 50. If they maintain their conditioning, you know, don't smoke or drink. I mean, it's like any other instrument that needs a lot of dexterity and uh, endurance and memorization. Just if you keep your chops up, you can still do it. But eventually, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that at that level in your 70s. So Nico made the right decision. My issue is I wish they had made that decision prior to announcing this tour, because he clearly was showing signs of his age before the stroke. So nobody's shown up. We've got one watcher. Chats the links in the chat. Since I said kind of what I want to say about Nico, um, love him, big influence. Just I don't play guitar. I play bass guitar primarily and drums. But the fact is, this was a huge, huge loss for the metal community today. I know he's not dead, but it's a huge, huge moment in time when Nico steps back, because he had been the guy who came into Maiden when Clive Burr left and took it to a level where galloping with the bass drum, single pedal galloping. You know what a galloping sound is? It's a horse, like Nico could make that sound with his right foot at super high speeds. He was he was the type of drummer that other drummers aspired to be, just like I aspired to be Steve Harris. You know, to be able to play like that, the galloping, and I just love that shit. And yeah, well, I'm glad I I have such a split. Like I'm so glad they made this change, and then on the other side is like I have to say goodbye to Nico. You know, and it's probably not easy for a lot of Maiden fans right now. But he was not. Uh, he really should have thrown in the towel. At least he should have thrown in the towel in 2020 before they recorded Senjutsu. I mean, he really should have. From 2006 onward, they've been getting slower and slower and slower and slower. So it's not like they're aging with wine. It's not like they aged like a fine wine. No, they just got slower and slower and slower and slower, and they're going to continue to get slower and slower and slower and slower. I said this once, and I'll say it again. The drummer is the battery of your band. He is the energy. He's the energy source. He's, just besides the rhythm and timing, he's the energy source. He's the one who dictates a lot of the excitement and ferocity because he's the one ultimately controlling the tempo. So if he wants to go really fast and aggressive, in order to keep up, the other guys are going to have to go really fast and aggressive. So a band ultimately is only as good as the drummer is. Really, if you think about it, Led Zeppelin, John Bonham, Black Sabbath, Bill Ward, Deep Purple, Ian Pace. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So, with that being said, salute to Nico. I know this is more of a football kind of thing, but it is a stream dedicated to, you know, streaming for streaming's sake, Jackbox gaming, what have you. I'll figure that out eventually. But to the one viewer out there, thank you. Good night. And thank you, Nico. You were an inspiration to me to, despite the fact that I had so much pain in my ankle, you were still an inspiration enough for me to work and work and work and rehab my ankle to the point where I could start using and playing the drums again. So I thank him for that. And I wish him nothing but the best. I was just very mad that I felt like I got suckered with that stupid fucking Senjetsu set list. Good night.